Hello, everybody. My name is Jeremy Heeb, and I teach your child in Integrated Math 2, I should say. Now, Integrated Math 2 is a terrible way to talk about the name of my class, because really what it should be called is Coding with Python. So what we do, the goal of this class is to teach kids how to code. Well, first, I want to just have a small introduction. My name is Jeremy Heeb. I went to St. Olaf College and then joined the Peace Corps to be a math teacher in eastern Tanzania. And then when I came back, I got my math teaching degree and taught at Irondale for 12 years. I was teaching math, got really interested in statistics, and then came over to Chippewa because I was also interested in programming. And I have been here for the last this is my fourth year, so 3 full years and starting out my fourth year, and I absolutely love it. I love working with this age group. I love teaching people computer programming because it uses the logic of math, but it opens up their creativity, and I get to see kids explore things that they're really excited about, and it's been a lot of fun for me. So to get to the class, if you go on the district website, you can find my website. Here's my email, basic teacher email. But the main goal of the class is to teach people Python. In 6th grade, they took a class called Integrated Math 1, where the kids learned how to drag and drop code a little. Now they're learning a text-based program where they're actually typing in the code and carrying it out. It is a good language. There's people who work in jobs coding with Python, and it's a good skill to have. Everything is in Google Classroom. Hopefully by now your child knows exactly how to find things. I have it separated by weeks. Each week there's 2 assignments, 1 assignment each day that there's 1 day in class, 1 day at home if they're hybrid. If they're distance, there's 2 days at home. And the assignments are same if you're in class or at home. The units, we start out with Python basics, where we're just learning how Python works. And then we're going to do some text-based programming. If you remember text-based games from the 80s, where it'll say, like, do you want to go down the hall to the left, or do you want to open the door in front of you? And then when you open the door, there might be, some monsters or a cupcake party, whatever you want behind the door. And there's just a story, and you kind of choose your own adventure, and you work your way through it. That's a lot of fun. Then we move on to 2D drawing. We use a package called Turtle that just helps with drawing in Python. And then the third program is graphical user interfaces, which just is like how the user interacts with the program. So kind of designing what the program will look like from a user's point of view. And then finally, we'll hopefully, depending on time, we'll get to Pygame, where kids will learn how to do the basics of making video games. All right, so in each chapter, this is kind of for the computer science folks. You want to know what we do. Each chapter, we kind of reinforce these ideas, building up in the complexity as things move along. Each chapter, they'll be using variables, logic with if, else statements. They'll be using for and while loops, using some sort of randomness and iteration, and working with functions. Functions starting really basic, and then increasing in complexity using parameters and other stuff like that. All right, so hybrid versus distance. So if you are a hybrid student, the advantages that you have in the class is that you can ask questions a little easier. It's a lot easier to answer programming questions when I can see the program in front of me, and there's not the levels of confusion with Zoom and a programming ID. So it's just a little bit easier for answering questions. Also, number 2, I can prevent mistakes before they happen. I can just walk around the classroom, and when somebody has a question, I can sometimes see it before they even get to the question or get to the frustration. I can see they're missing a colon or parentheses or whatever it is that they're missing. I can sometimes catch it before their level of frustration goes up. Also, I can see that by their body language, whether they're engaged or they're frustrated. When you're at home, I can't see that level of frustration. So I really, really, really want you to emphasize to your children that if they have any issues, come back to the main room in Zoom, and I am there to help them out with anything. If you're if a child's sitting at home and they're stuck, they're just stuck. It's hard for them to get out. Where I get people out of bad situations in coding all day. So I'm here to help, and I want to help. Now for grading, there's going to be some rubrics that your child's going to fill out for their performance, and the practices are just going to be daily assignments that they do in class. All right, and that's it. Have a good day.